Every atom in your body exists because the early universe did not quite manage to cancel itself out. Look at your thumb and press it against your finger. You feel pressure, warmth, something solid and completely unremarkable. Nothing about it feels like a near miss. Most people picture the early universe as a fight between matter and antimatter. Two armies, one winner, and the winner became everything. It is not a fight. It is a near-perfect cancellation that failed by the smallest possible margin. Almost everything that could have become you turned into light before the universe was 1 second old. Almost. That one word is the reason you have a body at all. Nobody can yet explain why it is there. What can be explained is how small the margin was. It has been measured twice by two completely different methods, and both agree. The answer is written into the light falling on your skin right now. Start with something simple, because your body is made of particles, protons and neutrons packed into the center of every atom in you. They are old, older than the Earth, and older than the Sun, and every single one of them is a survivor. That word is going to do a lot of work in the next few minutes, because the early universe was not a place that let matter through easily. It was a place that erased almost all of it. Here is what most people miss. The erasing very nearly worked, and understanding how nearly is the whole question. Almost is the word to hold on to, and it carries more weight than any number here. The leftover is sitting in your own hand right now. Take one proton, one single proton somewhere in the tip of your thumb. Now count how many are in the rest of you. The number is around 42, followed by 27 zeros. That is difficult to feel, so try it another way. Astronomers estimate the observable universe holds somewhere near 100,000 million stars. Your body holds roughly 100,000 times more protons and neutrons than that. Not more particles than stars, but 100,000 times more. More surviving particles in one person than stars in everything you can see. Every one of them came through the first second of the universe intact. They have been rearranged since, into stars, into rock, into water, into you. But not one of them has ever been destroyed. The haunting part is how close that number came to being zero. Every particle has an opposite, with the same mass and the opposite charge, a mirror version of itself. Physicists make it in laboratories, and by now it bores them. When a particle meets its opposite, neither survives as matter, and both become light. It is not an explosion, it is a subtraction. Two things meet, become one flash, and nothing is left where they were. The early universe was full of both kinds, which means the room you are sitting in should not exist. Neither should the chair or your hand resting on it. If matter and its opposite arrived in equal amounts, they would have canceled completely. The universe would have finished as light, spreading outward forever, with nobody in it to notice. And it was over quickly because one beat of your heart lasts longer than the event that decided you would have atoms at all. So the canceling happened, and it very nearly finished the job. For roughly every billion pairs that canceled, one particle was left standing. One, with nothing to cancel against. That leftover built everything. The strange part is this. Matter did not win. It is not a victory, it is a remainder. Nothing about matter was stronger or faster or better than its opposite. It simply failed to cancel completely, and the failure is the entire material universe. A billion is a word people say easily, and it is worth slowing down on. Count one particle every second, without stopping to sleep, and a billion takes about 32 years. 32 years of counting, and at the end of it, one survivor. You can find that same ratio in an empty room. Take about 4 cubic meters of ordinary space, roughly the size of a small bathroom. Inside it, on average, sits about one particle of matter. And around 1.5 billion particles of leftover light, still arriving, still passing through your skin. The leftover is not a small part of the universe. The leftover is the universe. So something must have tipped the balance, and something does. Matter and its opposite are not perfect mirrors. They decay at slightly different rates, and this has been measured many times, in one particle family after another. Including in baryons, the same family your bones and your blood are made of. So the difference is real and it reaches all the way into your body. Now the problem. The difference is far too small. Not slightly too small, but smaller than the answer needs by an enormous margin. And there is a second problem underneath it. The best theory of matter says the early universe cooled smoothly, gently, without the sharp change the arithmetic requires. It fails twice, once on size and once on timing. Pick that one proton in your thumb again. To leave it behind, roughly 1 billion pairs had to cancel into light first. The strange part is that the difference is real. The books do not balance, and neither fact explains you. So here is the honest state of it. We know how much survived. We do not know why any of it did. There is no confirmed explanation, and the first thing any explanation needs is a way for particle numbers to change at all, which has never been observed. There are candidates. One asks whether neutrinos are their own opposites, and it has not been confirmed. Another asks whether it happened far earlier and far hotter than any laboratory can reach. Also unconfirmed. And there is a larger question sitting behind all of this, which physics does not answer. Why there is anything rather than nothing at all. That question is open. It has always been open. Nothing here closes it. The haunting part is that the ratio is still sitting in the sky tonight, measurable with no explanation attached to it. Look at your hand again. It is the same hand it was 4 minutes ago, solid and warm and ordinary. It is also the part of the early universe that did not cancel. Almost nothing survived that first second. Almost. Everything you have ever seen or touched or loved is built from that one quiet word. The small questions keep going. If you want more videos like this, subscribe now. There is a lot more buried in the small questions about a very large universe.